Hello, today we're going to have a game of Indy 500 for the Atari VCS or 2600, whatever you want to call it. So this is a racing game. This is a game from the 1970s, 1977 or 1978. This came out for your Atari 2600, or it was known then the video computer system. I think it got renamed to the 2600 in the 80s, but originally it was called the VCS. Right, this is a game for 1 or 2 players. So if we push F, well, I'm using emulation of course, so we can select what track we want. So this is track 1, track 2, I think it's the same track but only 1 player, 3 2 players, 4 1 player. This is how it's going. 5 2 players, 6 7 8. So that's how it goes really. Obviously it's going to be a lot more fun with 2 players. So you got 14 different options there. So we're just going to go with 2 as 1 player because I ain't got a second player. So here we go. So it's fire button to accelerate. You ain't going to worry about gears. So probably inspired by the game Sprint 2 on the arcades, also done by Atari or one of their subsidiaries, Key Games I think. But you can tell by the graphics it was inspired by that. Perhaps I don't know. I don't know how they gave it a name, Indy 500. Or perhaps it's because it was the biggest motor racing event around that time. Well, it probably still is. But Formula 1 at the time were probably reluctant to give it a license, an F1 license. So perhaps they was allowed to call it Indy 500. I don't know, it's very basic. It's not, as I say, it's not much fun on your own. I mean, it's alright, but you certainly need the second player there to compete against. It's not really a lot of fun on your own. Obviously, there's no computer cars. You can't play with the computer. Right, so let's maybe choose another track. Right, let's play. Maybe a little bit more challenging. As it says, no score. Perhaps there is a score, but you just can't see the score. You get a time limit of a minute. So then, it counts up the laps and the laps you go. I don't know if there's any penalties for crashing. So it's like it's like a sprint. You can go through the walls when you crash. There's no gear changing on this, which is a good thing. So it's fire to accelerate up and down. Obviously to brake you just take your finger off the accelerator button, fire button. So we've done 4 laps. Take this flat out. If you're good, now you can take these. I didn't do that that time. Oh damn, come on. Let's see if we can get another. Done 6 laps. We're going to get this one in. It's going to be close. Yes! We got 7 laps in, just about. 7 laps. Right, so let's have a look at the next track. So let's get that one on 1 player. Push F2. Well, I don't know what the point of this track is. Right, I don't know. Obviously I haven't done a lap, so... Oh right, you got to get the... Oh right. So this one's a little bit of a different game. So you got to get the dot, the square dot. Right, I can imagine this being quite fun on 2 player. So basically, at least you got the one player option there, just in case no one's around, so you can get a bit of a practice in. But I think this game you would appreciate it more on a 2-player, because I can imagine this being quite fun for 2-player. So basically, 1 player, it's just a practice, you know, practicing how good you are before your mate comes around, so you can thrash him. Unless you've both got a 2600 or a VCS, you can both have practice. Oh, damn it! Got 25 there. So let's have a look. So I don't know what this one's just going to be. Probably. Oh, it's the same thing but different track layout. Okay. Oh. Oh. So I think the basic time is a minute. So whatever game you play, you're only going to get a minute of gameplay. But you know, that's fair enough. It is the 1970s. I haven't played many games in the 70s games, so I think this could be the first 70s game that I played on the system. I know I've reviewed a couple of 70s arcade games. That being, I think I've already said that, but I don't. Yeah, Superbug, and Sprint 2, which this game was like it was based on. Oh, 31 that time. So close to getting that other one. So let's have a look at Oh, right, okay. Alright, so we're back to racing now. I think I need to go to 1 player. Right, okay. This one's accelerate. Oh, this one's got... Oh! So this one's a little bit like you're driving on ice. Ah, so that makes it a little bit more interesting. So the car slides. So when you get faster, the car slides, and it does accelerate a little bit slower. So the car is actually sliding. You know what? If I didn't have a VCS back in the day, so didn't have any computer console system. I was too young. But I think I would have had a lot of fun with this. You know, for the 1970s, this was an impressive game console. Oh. Can you imagine how revolutionary this was in the 70s? Right, okay, let's... Oh. Wrong button. So this will be the last track. So let's this is going to be a slidey track and all, but a little bit more difficult. Right. So probably the best thing to do is not go as fast. Just keep it at a constant speed, or just take your finger off the accelerator. Oh! Oh, what's happened there? I've got. Okay. So once again, you get your minute of gameplay. I don't know if there's options. Change it. Oh. This is really good. Obviously, I don't know. Obviously, how they got the name Indy 500, I don't know. Absolutely nothing to do with IndyCar whatsoever. Well, it might be. It might have something to do with IndyCar because sort of like representing like a Formula 1 or an IndyCar type of racing car. But also 6 laps I've got in there, and it's a little bit slidey, that one. So I think we've played all the tracks that we can possibly play with one player. Yeah, then it goes back to the beginning again. So yeah, for a 2-player game, this would have been quite fun to play in the 70s. Yeah, if you haven't played it, give it a go. Anyway, I'm going to end this now. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, and goodbye.